All right, episode 11. I like those numbers, 1 and a 1. The first two numbers of the Fibonacci, too. Very interesting number. A lot of people find a lot of significance in 1111. I don't know. Find it amusing. It's a cool number. In this episode, we're going to follow up with a very, very significant and important subject, and that is our hesitance to change. Why do we have this friction and resistance always to, most of the times, to change, especially if not for smaller things, definitely for some more fundamental things like changes to our fundamental principles and beliefs? We really took those things to, or make them to be massive, bigger than life sometimes problems that we a lot of times just end up going down trying to not change, for how difficult we make the principle and just thought to appear in our own story. Now, we've talked a lot about different things in the past episodes and definitely covered the 6 basic human needs in brief. And in the last episode, we talked about the winter that's coming and how we have to embrace change. It's very imperative to point out that some of the most hardened people have all come out of hard times. I mean, it's not a secret that everybody studying history, anthropology, sociology, everybody would tell you that the general pattern of history, which is that hard times create strong people create good times create weak people, and weak people create bad times or hard times. And that loop keeps on repeating and repeating. So it's not a new thing that through hard times that we have ahead of us, strong people are going to be created, who are in turn going to turn around and create the good times. And those people are the leaders that choose to rise up above the occasion when everybody, by the way, these are the real leaders. When you see people are all running in one direction, anybody who's now running in the opposite direction of the entire crowd, those are the leaders, because they're going to see how and what they can do. And why is everybody running in our direction? Those are usually, you see the firefighters, the policemen, the first responders generally. And that's why we have so much respect for them, because not only because they're not afraid, because everybody fears what's scary and what's unknown, but it's because they're courageous. Courage is this valiant virtue, which is so important in facing change, because everybody is afraid almost of some uncertainties, especially when those uncertainties end up questioning our most fundamental core beliefs and values. But to have courage and understand that all the fundamental, even the most fundamental matters, such as our beliefs of the universe, are simply as a result of our learnings and understandings, and that there are people on this planet and this very exact moment that believe something to the core of their belief and foundation, completely opposite of whatever it is that I believe in. Yet every one of them is experiencing what we experience in our paradigm, in our universe, in our world, in our society right now, in different classes, in different levels. They have the happy ones, they have the rich ones, they have the poor ones, they have the suicidal ones, and they don't believe in God at all. Or like we have atheists, about 1 billion of them in the world. And then we have the most religious people, same principle, same lifestyle. We have the happy ones, the sad ones, the suicidal ones. So we see that our most fundamental core beliefs change, yet the life experiences that we have as humans still continue to be the same. Therefore, what we believe in does not change the quality of our lives. To basically, our society, our belief systems do change the quality of our lives, because we have chosen to agree to all of them and to believe in them as though all of them constitute who we are and identify to them as beliefs, as personalities. And because of that, fight every single bit of change that the world requires from us to be experiencing something different. And we cannot experience anything else until we become something else. That is how the whole experiencing and the whole attracting works. You only attract from the universe. And this is what a lot of people get so wrong. You don't attract things by just thinking to yourself and just repeating and repeating. We attract by becoming what would attract that kind of lifestyle. You go and you study and you see what the people who have lived that life have become, and you keep on overcoming our own programs every day, overcoming until that process of overcoming ends up the becoming of the person that now gets to experience what that becoming allows them to experience. And that is actually my thought patterns on why change is, by the way, in a lot of ways, in society, marked as a good thing to be consistent. As a matter of fact, most people have been trained in society that flip-flopping and believing something today and something tomorrow makes you to be an basically uncredible, a person with no credibility. I don't know if uncredible is the correct word, but the consistency has always been used and needed in the society to build itself, because everybody must be able to rely on you to perform your tasks and duties, whatever that may be in society, and that when they leave you alone, you're not going to just change your mind and say, well, I don't want to do what I was told to do, and just go your own way. So consistency, of course, has been very necessary in terms of beliefs, but more importantly, the behavior which require the beliefs to be consistent for the behaviors to actually be consistent as well. So we've been rewarded for thousands and thousands and thousands of years for staying consistent, for staying the same, which is why a lot of men, by the way, believe that I can't change, I'm a man. If I change, I'm not the man. Well, yeah, that's right. You're not going to be the man. You're going to be a new man. And that new man can be created every moment of every day, or that new woman. And that is just all it requires, is just a conscious choice at that moment to be resourceful, as discussed previously. And life has just never been the same. As somebody who's actually, again, just writing this for my own journal, as a journal for myself, as somebody who's lived a beautiful, just what a gift of a life I've been able to live all of my life. just such amounts of excitement and joy and love and abundance all over. And to lose it all and just create back from the floor up, even feeling better than before, even feeling stronger than before, and now experiencing a completely new world, just not even within my scope of belief, of creation or imagination a while back, but now complete reality. So, note to self, it has worked. Your dreams have come to life because you chose to change. And it took courage. And that was my episode 11. Until the next.